Guys, I have been having so much trouble with technology the past week. It's off the chart. And even right now, I suddenly thought, maybe I'll do a video quickly now because I can load it at the gym. So this is a spontaneous thing I'm doing here. So I want to cover some things that I was not able to make the video on. I couldn't load it. A few things that came up. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all your comments and supporting me on the channel with, defending me with mean comments and stuff like that. I always meant to tell you I appreciate that, and I always forget to tell you. Okay, so here's the thing. One of the first things that I tried to make a video, and it did not. I'm not going to go into it. You don't need to hear all that, but I'll tell you the important things that I needed to tell you. First, I tried to do a video with showing you, after that video I did with when the Lord whispered in my video, after I said the word rapture, and he said, Haya, Haya. Okay, it's Aya or Haya. I don't know, I think Haya in this. Haya. Okay, so it means I am. Well, the first person, there was someone who did that before me, or rather not me, but someone heard that before me 5 years ago, and that was Skylar, Kim Fisher's son. And I was trying to show you the video of it because it's amazing. He's playing in the garage, and you can hear a whisper, Hiya. And suddenly he looks up at the ceiling because he's interrupted and startled, and he's looking up at the ceiling, trying to see who's talking to him. But yet you can hear the whisper, and then you see his reaction. I mean, it's undeniable. And so I was trying to show you that, and then right after that, the next day, I'm looking at my email, and this ad comes up. Okay, so I've told you all about the vision I had in 94. Or some of you are new, you don't know, but I heard several different words that all tie into the rapture, but I didn't know what that was back then. Some of those words being family reunion, the balloons, July 14th, which I did mention. July 14th is 7th month, 14th day. That's a 7/14. And since nothing happened in July, I had thought perhaps God was pointing to 7/14, which in the book of Enoch is the day of the great shaking, where God thunders from heaven, which sounds like the rapture. And some of you wrote in, yeah, I know about all the calendars, believe me. And the 7/14 on the Hebrew, yeah, that would be right after Feast of Trumpets in September or October, depending on the year. But that's not what I was thinking. I'm thinking that sometimes God gives almost like codes, and you have to figure it out. Because I don't even think the rapture is going to be at the Feast of Trumpets. Anyway, I think that's when he comes back after 7 years of tribulation. But it could be the code, the secret code for Enoch, chapter 58. Now, the other thing that I saw in 94 was I heard the word lottery, 11, and Statue of Liberty, which is getting a lot of news lately. That's why another reason I think our time is coming to the close here. It got struck by lightning. You're seeing all kind of stuff in the news about it lately. But so when I heard the word lottery, and I have mentioned this on different videos over the years, it came to mean to me, I came to realize it meant the ark, because Noah's ark. In other words, get on the ark. It's time for the rapture, because the lottery was in a movie. They were having a lottery for getting on the ark because a flood was coming, and I knew right then that's what God meant. But I got a specific word in 1994, and I heard Publishers Clearinghouse, and then I heard 11 million. Okay, so I didn't know what it meant. So what I saw in my email the other day, I really don't believe this. There's too much loaded in this email, too many things that I know it's from God telling us the time is now. And what that is it said Publishers Clearinghouse. Then it said Ford Escape, and there's more to it. And then it said August 9th. Now that's saying it means August 9th, although I saw some interesting things about August 9th yesterday on a video. It had to do with nuclear bombs. Okay, I'll leave it at that for now. So I got to re-listen to that. But the Ford Escape coming after the Publishers Clearinghouse. When I saw that, my spirit jumped. Okay, I did a video on the Ford Escape 8 years ago. Why? Because it started coming up. I got these interesting messages and confirmations from it. Other people had the same thing. I come to find out the ford means it's a shallow part of a river that you can walk through. Okay, that sounds to me like the Red Sea. It's the shallow part of the ocean, in this case, when God raised the water for Moses and the children of Israel at the time of Exodus. It was the shallow part. They walked through the shallow part because God got rid of the water. He dried it up. What does this mean? It's a sign of the rapture. The Red Sea miracle is the rapture. It's when God does the impossible, when all your enemies are about to kill you, which is what happened then. They were being chased by the Egyptian army right into the water where they would drown, and so God did another miracle and dried up the water, creating a Ford Escape. A Ford Escape. That's the Red Sea and the rapture. Okay, so, and that together with Publishers Clearinghouse, it just can't, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And then it said August 9th. So, I don't know if, it could mean August 9th. I mean, God, yeah, I don't know, which day this is going to happen, but the number 9's been coming up a lot lately too. And then, of course, the 9th of Av, which is when the first and second temple were destroyed. And that, I think, lands on the 15th of August. So, Tisha B'Av, yeah. So, look, I really want, it's 9 right now, 9 minutes. I really wanted to be able to tell you that, and I'm glad that the Lord said just stop doing video now, because I wasn't even thinking about it, but at least it can load. The last time I tried to do a video here, it was a race to see how fast it would load and how fast the battery was going to run out. I had a low battery, and I hope I have enough right now. So it honestly, it's just been one thing after another. Like I can't even believe how many insane attacks there have been. Everything I try to do related to making a video. But if I go into it and tell you, then it's just going to take up more time, which is often the case. I don't want to spend all that time because this has to load fast. All right, so Meanwhile, we're watching to see the moment where Iran is about to attack Israel. They've threatened to send 1,000 missiles over there and destroy them and again wipe them off the map, which they've been saying for years, but now we have the whole scenario. 217 just drove by, 17th day of the second month, Noah's flood. Listen, I laugh every time I hear the news say, oh, Iran said they looks like they're going to have the nuclear weapon in 2 weeks. Do you know how many years they've been saying that? Oh, in 2 weeks, it looks like they'll have a nuclear weapon. And they said it again last week. I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't think anyone remembers this stuff? In 2 weeks, they'll have a nuclear... And then I hear another report. Oh, they have a lot right now. They have a lot. I mean, it's literally, you can't believe anybody. You really can't. You just got to pray about everything. Ask God. But I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. They had one ready two weeks ago, years ago. And I believe they've had them ready for a long time. And I certainly don't believe they don't have any now, even if they just got them last month, okay? Right now, they wouldn't be threatening to do all this if they didn't have it, because they know Israel is very powerful and has enough to wipe them out. So we're kind of watching for this to happen. They're saying it's going to happen within 72 hours. I guess 2 days ago. I mean, I think we've got a day or two to see this thing could really kick off. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. I was talking to my friend on the phone the other day about the Samson's option, telling her what it was. It's Israel's backup plan for when they're too surrounded by too many countries where there's no way they can fight it anymore, that they have to resort to nuclear weapons. That's called the Samson option. Well, while I was telling her that, I was walking down the hall, and the fire, what do you call it? Hydrant, not hydrant, the thing in the wall that has a fire hose, I forget what you call it. Anyway, it said Samson. Right when I said Samson, I look at it, it says Samson. Now, I've never seen that for years. I've never seen that. And I walk by it every day. Okay? The phone's getting dark. I don't know if maybe the sun just shifted more. Anyway, it is sunset time. So that's very possible. I believe it's a confirmation that they will resort to nuclear, and I'm guessing it's going to be this go around that's about to happen now. Everything's about to go down now between Iran and Israel, and all the other countries are going to get pulled into it because Israel can't fight, seven wars at once or 1,000 missiles a day. I mean, this thing is out of control, obviously, but God is on the throne, and He's going to defend Israel, and He's not going to let them get wiped out. He's going to do a miracle, and He might just use the Samson option at this point. And I think with the confirmation like that, I'm thinking that that's exactly what's going to happen. If that happens, we're leaving. We're not going to be here for nuclear war. Okay, we're just not. That's why we're leaving. Okay, so it could happen sooner than you think. Okay, so I better let this thing get going loading so the battery doesn't run out, because I don't think it's that strong. Oh, and I even brought the battery charger with me, and guess what? It didn't work suddenly. I mean, it's crazy. Okay. So, God bless you. Receive Jesus Christ if you haven't. You got to get saved before all this stuff goes down. He died on the cross for your sin, rose on the third day, shed His blood for your sin, justified your sin by His grace. Through faith alone, you can get saved. What He did on the cross for you. Time's running out.